Well, good evening, everybody. Alan Slaughterzinski for the Brevard Sports Network. And each and every year at this time, or right about this time, I get together with Coach Doug Butler from the Satellite Scorpions, and we discuss the track season, the track and field season here in Brevard County. And for the last 2 or 3 years, Coach Butler has provided a very detailed explanation as to what we can expect coming up. Now, I know we had a track meet today. As we record this, had a track meet today at Rockledge High School. We'll ask him about that as well. But, I got another question for Coach Butler first. And, Coach, first of all, welcome back here to the Brevard Sports Network. It's always great to have you, Coach. You were a soccer referee this year. How'd that work out for you?
I am actually today. I repped a couple games today. U16 didn't give out any cards today, so it was a good day. I'm enjoying it. I love the sport. My boys all played. It's much different than coaching. I have much more respect for the officials now that I'm one of them. Parents are a little on the crazy side, myself included. We get a little emotional when our kids are playing, so but it's good. I like it.
Coach, the one regret I have is that we didn't do a game that you were a referee for this year. I'm very excited about that potential next year.
Well, yeah, I didn't get to do any high school games. I got certified late, so I didn't get to do any high school games this year. But I will be doing high school games next year.
Oh man, I'm excited for that. Coach, track meet today here as we tape this on a rainy Saturday evening in Brevard County. How'd it go today?
It was good. I mean, Rockledge, they're great people. Freddie, Beth, Kenny, Peg, and Ed, they're great people there. So we didn't send a full squad. We went up to Flagler, Palm Coast last night, but they had a nice little meet with just a handful of teams to kick off the season there.
Did you say Beth?
Beth Scarborough.
Yes. Based on my recollection, I thought Coach Scarborough retired.
She did from teaching last year. She's still coaching.
Okay, well that's great news to hear.
Yep.
I know
they wouldn't be able to function there. Come on. He's smart, but he's not that smart.
That's funny.
Let's not give him that much credit. And he's a Kane fan, so somebody's got to be the brains of the operation there, since he's not. Okay.
I got you. All right, Coach. Let's jump into, and I know being surrounded by all this Ravens garb makes you a little unsettling as a Steeler fan, but I know listen, when we beat you, I can sit here and talk trash. We haven't done that lately, so I'll just say I'll apologize for it at this moment.
I drink my dew out of my Steeler cup for you,
Yeah. I remember when you came to the studios, you brought that damn Steeler cup with you. Coach, where do you want to start previewing the 2024 track season?
It's up to you. We can start with guys.
Let's do that.
It's interesting now because you don't know who's where anymore.
Okay. Yeah, it's true.
It's like the portal,
Yeah.
I was shopping myself out for what best NIL deal I could get myself if I had to go over to a different network here to get more. But
well, listen, hold on. I wouldn't go rushing to the bank on that check we sent you. Just letting you know that right now. But now go ahead.
But I don't know of any guys that have attract scoring big name guys that have transferred schools. I do know a couple girls, high scoring girls that I'll get into that have transferred since last season.
Okay.
But it's going to be nothing different this year. It's the Coco Rockledge show from 400 meters down. And the distance group with Mikowski and Mahorner graduating on the distance side. There's a lot of parity this year on the distance side. But if you take a look at the sprints, Rockledge is the powerhouse. We'll start with the 100 meters. Traven Green, from Rockledge. He's your top guy at 10.5. Damari Jenkins, 10.5 from Rockledge. And Dawson Barbero from O'Galley at 10.7. Let me put on my old man reading glasses.
Yeah.
I wrote so small. And then we'll go to the 200. Rockledge, Jalen Hayward, 21.6. Darian Aliff from Space Coast, 22.2. And Green again from Rockledge at 22.4. And then Titusville boy, Ralph Smith at 22.4. And then on the non-conference guys, you got Justin Woolard from MCC at 22.3. Then you're going to notice with Rockledge, it's not just one guy like Rios Prude could dominate every event. They've got just a plethora of different guys, Freeman and Carter and a whole bunch of guys there this year. And I didn't see. I was there at the meet until I had to leave around noon to go ref today. But I noticed I don't think a lot of their big dogs ran today on the sprint side. I know they didn't on the girls hurdlers because they got like the best girl hurdlers around and they didn't run.
Gotcha.
400 meters, you got Lorenzo Bell Jr., 49.8. He must be drinking the same water fountain that Rios Prude was last year. He's from Rockledge. And then Xavier Alexander from Rockledge comes in at 50.7. And Darren Grady from Palm Bay at 51.2. Go to the hurdles. Tavon Simmons Roberts from Cocoa at 15.2. Logan Bass from Cocoa at 15.3. And then on the non-conference guys, you got a couple of HT Holy Trinity guys. Jaden McMillan at 15.1 and Jalen Ballard at 15.2. 400 hurdles, you got Amari Freeman from Rockledge, top guy at 57.0. Kenneth Carter from Rockledge at 58.1. And Logan Bass from Cocoa at 58.2. Then you go to your distance events, the 800. Nathan Corley from Edgewood is several seconds ahead of the rest of the pack. He ran 157 last year. Keyshawn Williams from Heritage ran 201. Jacob Miller ran 201. And Augustine Staley from HT ran 2 flat. There's a kid at Satellite that I know that split a 201 in the 4x8. So he's just coming off a soccer season. So
gotcha.
Keep an eye on that kid. 1600.
Would his last name happen to be Butler as well?
It might be.
Go ahead.
In the 1600 and 3200, your top guy is Isaac Cervini, but that kid from Satellite that I was mentioning, he told me that he didn't think that Isaac is running track this year.
Okay.
So that's going to leave a big void because Isaac was your top returner, and without him running, it's a wide open field. You've got Zach Gunderson from Holy Trinity. He's about a 433, along with Skylar Jensen's about a 433. Trent Riley from Melbourne's a 435. Jack Gerard from Vieira's a 435, and Alex Butler from Satellite's at 435. So there's a whole bunch of guys right there in the 430 range this year. And then the 3200, if Cervini doesn't run, your top returner is going to be Brandon Ferris from Astronaut, 956 kid, and an Eastern Florida signee.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Yeah. So, and then after him, you got Jack Gerard from Vieira coming in at 958. Skylar Jensen from Holy Trinity's run 954, and Logan Carr from Satellites run 1001. 4x1, same top two every year. Rockledge Cocoa, 4x4 Rockledge Cocoa. Rockledge ran 41.1 last year. Cocoa ran 41.6 last year, and O'Galley ran 42.7. I don't see those probably changing. Bayside's got some really good sprinters, so they could crack up that threesome. 4x4 Rockledge ran 3:17 last year. They're going to be heads and tails above everybody again this year. They were 10 seconds better than the next best conference team, Cocoa at 3:27 and Bayside at 3:30. top 4x8 teams. Holy Trinity ran 8:09 last year. Satellite ran 8:10. Satellite boys better run a lot faster this year if they know it's good for them. Astronaut ran 8:12 last year, and Rockledge ran 8:20 last year. Rockledge loses a lot with Mikowski graduating, and Logan Chapman graduating, so they'll be off a little bit from that 8:20, I think. Discus. Malik Gay from Palm Bay threw 45.4 meters. Devin McDonald from Heritage ran through 45.1. And Xavier Solis. It seems like I've been mentioning that kid's name for like 3 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got to be at least a fourth-year senior by now. He threw 43.3. I'm taking it he's probably one of their studs on football too.
Yeah, the other thing too is can't they compete as eighth graders as well from Cocoa?
Yeah, they can. Seventh and eighth. No, they're
okay.
Javelin, Josiah Allen from Titusville through 54.8. Ryan Weaver from West Shore through 48.1. And Ethan Leffler from Rockledge through 43.8. My good friend Mark Kisner is a throw coach at West Shore, so you're gonna always see some good throwers at West Shore as well. Shot, Xavier Solis again. He's a meter above the next best guy in the county. He threw 16.1. Brandon Brown from O'Galley threw 15.2, and Tayshawn Mallard threw 14.4. High jump. I saw a kid today from Bayside. I didn't get his name, but I guess he's a junior. He's a basketball player. He looks like he's like Schwarzenegger Jr. The kid, he has some great ups. They said he just has some massive power dunks. So I didn't get his name, but I'm telling you, there's a kid at Bayside to watch out for in the high jump this year. The top returner is Fred Boating from Vieira, 1.87 meters. Trayvon Green, that name I mentioned before. Rockledge, 1.87 meters as well. And Ralph Smith from Titusville, 1.83 meters. And then pole vault, Ashton Maxwell from Astronaut, he's gone up 3.48 meters. My boy Logan Towers from Satellite's gone 3.3 meters. And Patrick Campbell from Heritage has gone 3.15 meters. Last two events, long jump, triple jump. In the long jump, Ralph Smith from Titusville, 7.18 meters. Woodrow Smith from Space Coast, 6.75 meters. Aaron Freeman from Rockledge, 6.7 meters. And Jaden McMillan from Holy Trinity, 6.7 meters. Last event, triple jump, Lorenzo Bell Jr. from Rockledge, 13.8 meters. Elijah Smith from Astronaut, 13.3 meters. And Ralph Smith from Titusville, 13.2 meters.
Justin Woolard won that state championship last year down at MCC. I think that I can't remember what event he won that in though. It's one of those Justin Woolard from MCC.
Yeah, I mentioned him.
I couldn't remember what he had won the state championship in. I know, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
He ran 22.3. I didn't pick him up in any of the field events.
Yeah, no, I think he won it in the triple jump. I think he was a state champ in the triple jump last year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, all right. So that's the boys. So more things change, the more they stay the same. You mentioned Xavier Solis. Yes, he is a senior. He'll be graduating here in May. Part of that Cocoa Tiger massive offensive line that had 30 straight starts together. How about on the girls' side of the equation, Coach? You mentioned there were some girls that have moved schools.
Yeah, the girls' side is going to be no different than the boys as far as the sprints. A couple big transfers. You got Nia Singleton now at Rockledge. She was your one of your top 400 hurdlers, good 800 runner. She's now at Rockledge, good 400 meter girl. She ran 56.3 last year in the 400 for us at Satellite. She's now with Freddie at Rockledge. And another big scorer is going to be Kara Merrick, who was at Merritt Island last year, and she's at Satellite now.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Those are the two transfers. that I know about. Um, it's going to be a Rockledge 12th conference or 20th, whatever they got now in a row. No, nobody's going to touch them. Start out with the 100. Shady Hawkins, 12-1 in the 100 last year. But Trinity Parham, or I think, or
Yeah,
Par,
that's right. Trinity
is
Parham.
that it?
Yeah.
Yeah, 12-3 in, from Coco. And Leah Clark from Rockledge, 12-4. So not far behind. That's going to be a great show at Astronaut Conference. Astronauts hosting a conference meet. So that ought to be a good show. Um, Same way with the 200. Hawkins from Rockledge is a top returner at 25-0. Ayana Barnes from Coco, 25-4. And Laura Best from Heritage, 26-1. And then the 400 is going to be interesting. Singleton, Nia Singleton Rockledge, 56-3. Best, your 200 girl, is 57-6. And Layla DePooch, 58-8 from Rockledge. Rockledge is going to put two girls in the top of every one of these events now. The hurdles, Jada Williams Goins. I saw she's committed somewhere this
She
week.
did commit. She did commit today. I'm going to put up a post about that a little bit later on.
Okay, I thought she committed somewhere.
Yeah.
She's top hurdler, 100 and 400. She ran 14-1 in the 100 hurdles. She's followed by Azalea Williams from Coco, 14-1 as well. And Merrick went 16-6. Kira Merrick, who's at Satellite. Kira went, I think, 16-3, opened the season last night at Flagler Palm Coast. First time I'd ever seen her hurdle. And here's a girl that's run 18 and change in cross country. And I'm like, why is she running the 100 hurdles? It just doesn't make sense. Well, then I watched her run the 100 hurdles. She's got flawless form. And I've got a couple good hurdle coaches this year. So they don't have the village idiot here working with hurdlers anymore. So she could have really good potential.
Memphis, University of Memphis, she committed to.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So go
Is
ahead.
that D1?
Oh, yeah.
D1? Nice.
Oh, yeah. American Athletic Conference, D1.
And then 400 hurdles, Jada Williams going again, 63-4 in the 400 hurdles. That's flying. That's over
Yeah.
10 hurdles. Singleton ran 64-3. She's a Rockledge. They'll go 1-2. And Merrick 66-8 for the 400 hurdles, which is incredible that she got that kind of range, and she's an 18-minute 5K girl. So it's going to be a decision that I'll have to make. What am I going to run her in? I've got a 4x really good girls team this year, so she'll definitely be a part of that. So it's really tough for a girl to run the 400 hurdles and the 800. They're like really close together, so it's hard for a girl to do both those two. She ran the opening leg of our 4x1 Friday night, and she just blistered it. Really good range. 800. Your top returners, Melinda Underwood at 218. It was great to see her run today. She opened the season with a 3,000 PR up at Rockledge. She was out for cross country. I think it was an Achilles injury or just maybe tired of running with Ed. So
Go ahead.
sorry, Ed.
That's funny.
But yeah, great girl. Sadly, she's a commit to UF. I don't think she could get into FSU for UF.
You're on a roll tonight. Put some butter on you, Doug. You're on a roll, buddy.
All right. I mean, your football team up there in Gainesville is just is struggling. Let's face it. All right. So she's your top 800 girl, 218. Merrick is run 219 from Satellite, and Jordana Nunez from Bayside is run 221. You talk about a gifted athlete, Nunez from Bayside. She doesn't do an extra lot of work compared to. She's not as consistent with her training. She's this Olympic Taekwondo hopeful. So if she focused on running, she could probably win conference in the 800. She's got just great speed and range. 1600, Melinda again, 501. look for her. If stay healthy this year, she'll go sub 5. I don't know that anybody's gone sub 5 in the county since maybe, I don't know, since maybe Woolworth. I had
Really?
Yeah, I had a couple at Holy Trinity. Hale went sub 5 for me in 09, 08, and
That
09.
long?
Yeah, and Jolie Woolworth went sub 9 for me in around 2011, 12 range.
Wow.
But I don't know that a girl in Brevard has gone sub 5. Not that I know of since
Okay.
then. I could be wrong, but I don't remember any going sub
Oh,
5. That's it.
if it's happened, they'll let us know right on the comments below us.
Yeah, yeah. Please do. No, please do. Because
Yeah.
we've had some good runners in the area, late females, some great girls. It's just really, that's a good benchmark to go sub 5. I've got one of my Eastern girls who's the coach at Bayside. She went 5:01 last week indoors. She was like a 5:30 something miler at Heritage. She just signed with Mercer. Rachel Starr. She just signed for her next 2 years for a full ride for Mercer. So she's knocking on that sub 5 door. It's just a good feat for a girl to break 5. It doesn't happen often. 1600 Underwood again, 5:01. Kira Merrick is around 5:12. Ava Quatri, I can never get Ava's name right from Rockledge.
Quatatrio.
Yeah, she ran 5:18. Braylon Wahi's for me at Satellite ran 5:16 year before. Watch out for Braylon this year. Her best workouts ever have come in the last couple weeks. Very motivated. Just signed with Western Carolina. So Braylon's going to be a contender here in this 16 to 30.
She must have really liked that atmosphere and outdoors up there when you took your trips up there.
Yeah, she was talking to Mercer too. Her sister Brianna ran for Mercer. So I think she wanted to go somewhere different from her sister. And I heard the campus at Western Carolina is really, really nice.
Nice.
I've not been there, but we go to Boone every year. I've got a girl at Lee's McRae outside of Boone, and the kids like that area. 3200 Underwood again, 10:45. Today, the way she looked in the 3000, she ran solo. I think she probably lapped the field. She could easily break that 10:45 this year. Looking very strong. Brooke Yates had a great cross country season. She ran 11:05. I'm betting my money on the under that she goes sub 11. And
She had
Addison
was she at a Merritt Island?
Merritt Island, yeah.
Yeah.
She's not afraid to get after it from the gun too. So watch out for Brooke. She'll go sub 11. And Addison Elwell had a great season for Vieira. I think she won conference, didn't she?
Yeah.
Cross?
Yeah, I think so.
Did.
Yeah.
Yeah, she ran 11:27. She'll better that this year for sure. 4x1. Coco was the powerhouse last year. They went 45.8. I think they won state in the 4x1, didn't they?
Yes, they did.
Yeah, I'm not
And
mistaken.
they finished as a state runner up overall.
Yeah. Rockledge ran 47.4. If you're a girls team running under 48 seconds, that's rare air. And we've got 2 of them right here in Brevard. That's crazy. Vieira actually ran fairly well last year too. They went 49.1 for 3rd best in the county. 4x4, Rockledge ran 3:57. But now that they have Singleton, that time will be taken down. They'll go faster than 3:57 this year with Singleton on their squad. Coco ran 4:01. That's still flying. 4 girls at 60.2. And Heritage ran 4:11. And then 4x8, Rockledge went 9:53 last year. Depending on what they're going to do, if they put Nia on that 4x8 with Underwood and Ava Q, that 9:53 could be shattered, but they're going to have to decide what events they're going to put Nia in. Satellite, we went 9:59. We'll definitely be better than that this year. So I'm looking forward to get a girls team on the podium in the 4x8. That's our goal anyway. And Edgewood is running really well. Edgewood went 10:08 last year. And they ran really well in cross country. So keep an eye on Edgewood's 4x18. And then discus. Let's go to the throws.
But hey, Coach, before you get to that, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to a former Scorp here tonight. I found out today that I want to make sure I get the event correct. That Emma Terry won gold at conference, the Sun Conference Indoor Championship today, and I want to make sure again. I want to get the event right. There, you see it on your screen there.
Weight throwing.
Yes, the weight throw, correct. The weight throw, gold medal in the weight throw. Congratulations, Emma Terry.
Yeah, what a great girl. I
Yeah.
actually ran into her. She has a dog. I was babysitting my grand dogs, and over at the dog park at Wickham Park over Christmas break, and got to run into her. And so,
Awesome.
Awesome girl. Okay, so let's go to the disc. Lauren Plummer from Heritage through 37.9. Kayla Morris from Satellite ran through 36.0. Kayla won. Did she win the disc last night or the shot? She won one and got second at the other at our opening meet at Flagler Palm Coast last night. So she's opened the season on a good note. And then Shemaya Harris from Rockledge threw 32.0 in the disc last year. Before I go further with the throws, you've got a girl at Holy Trinity. I don't know if she's still there, but the Van Zwyten, Evelyn Van Zwyten, she would be your county leader in like every throw. She threw 37.9 in the disc, which would tie Plummer. She threw 40.67 in the jab, which is like 6 meters further than anybody else in the county. And she threw 11.1 in the shot, which is better than anybody in the county. So if she's still at Holy Trinity, Evelyn Van Zwyten, you're a stud at.
She is, Coach. She's a junior.
Okay.
Yep.
Wow. Obviously, Mark Bailey's not coaching her because
I'm sorry, she's a senior this year, and there you go
Sorry,
again.
Mark,
Go ahead, Coach.
Can't let those opportunities pass up.
No, you're going to get me in trouble for laughing, but go ahead.
No, Mark knows me.
I know.
He knows I'm kidding. He's a great guy. It's actually great to see his son back in the state running at North Florida. I got to run into young Mr. Bailey up at an indoor meet in Gainesville. He had transferred to UNF.
Very cool.
Yeah, good kid, great kid. Let's see. Jav Daphne Aravina from Rockledge, 34.3. Faith Chase from Astronaut, 31.9. And Jemiah Wilson from Rockledge, 30.3. So you get Rockledge in every event and two in some, with one or two of the top three in every event. That's their strength, is their versatility, that they can go every freaking event and score. Some schools are strong in sprints, some are strong in distance. Rockledge is strong across the board. Shot put, excuse me, Lauren Plummer from Heritage, 10.8 meters, top returner. Kayla Morris from Satellite, 10.8 meters as well from Satellite. And Shemaya Harris from Rockledge, 9.9 meters. High jump, you have your top returner at 1.65 meters is Lorelei Filosa. She's a junior, Satellite, two-time state placer. So this year, hopefully her third year, will be a little bit better. She'll place a little bit higher, but she's been a medalist every year at state, which is pretty good feat. And then Sanu Jagru from Rockledge, 1.61 meters, and Annabelle Walter from Rockledge, 1.5 meters. Pole vault, Persia Williams from Merritt Island jumped 3 meters last year. Brooke Hamilton from Astronaut, 2.35 meters. And then Victoria Bird from Merritt Island and Zara Ropp from Rockledge both went 2.55 meters. So there's 3 girls at 2.55 meters in the pole vault. Long jump, Alasia Williams from Cocoa jumped 5.6 meters. Jada Williams Goins went 5.5 meters. And Tatiana Jones from Heritage went 5.07 meters. And your final event, um, I missed something. I'll get back to it.
Okay.
Triple jump, Elijah Williams from Coco, 11.7 meters. Diamond Bryant from Coco, 10.1 meters. And Siobhan Hart from Coco, 10.1 meters. Couple ladies that I missed. From Holy Trinity, you cannot miss the volleyball stud, Maya Collins.
No.
She is the leading time in the county in the 100 at 11.83 meters. All right, here's a volleyball girl. She's your 11.83 meters. Now, we had a girl, Dareth Gales at Holy Trinity, that ran, I believe, 1179 or 1189. So Maya might have the Holy Trinity record now. I'd have to.
That's an unusual sport combination. You know what I mean?
It is.
It really is. It just is. Go ahead.
We had a girl, Greenspoon. What was her? Jessica Greenspoon. She was what's the libero that
Right.
traveled. She was phenomenal. Went to Kentucky, played on scholarship at Kentucky volleyball for 4 years. She scored at state for us in the disc, and she was about 5'2",
Yeah.
85 pounds wet, and she was so athletic, and that's what you need in the disc. It's about explosiveness, and that's what your liberos are. They're just very versatile, flexible, quick, and so Jessica scored at state for us in the disc back in the day. So I've never seen a really good volleyball player that was just that fast. It could run 11.8 because that's flying for a
That's
girl.
fast.
Yeah, and she's also going to be your leader in the 200. No, she's going to be like second or third.
Wow.
25-4 in the 200, which is just amazing. And then they've got another girl out there in the 100 hurdles that would be in the top, would be third in the county. Alina Surratt.
Yeah.
Is she a
Basketball
volleyball
player. Very good basketball player.
Okay. Well, she's a 15.1 100-meter hurdle girl and one of the top three in the county.
Well, Coach, listen, it certainly sounds like I guess Rockledge is still regionally paired up with those teams out of South Florida because, man, that's always an issue, unfortunately, for them when they get down there and they got to go against those teams from the Miami area. That's in any sport for any Brevard County team, it feels like. But, man, it sounds like
Here's the deal this year. It changed this year. We're not in that region this year.
Well, that's good news.
Yeah, we're in the Central Florida 3A region now. So Freddie, I haven't even talked to him about it, but he's had a smile on his face, I think, since those new redistrictings came out, because that's going to be huge for him.
Yeah.
They'll not have a problem getting a lot of girls out and guys to state to give, a little. They could make a run at it this year against Northwestern now.
I think so. From the field events through the distance events through the sprint events, they've got just about everything you mentioned. You've got a Rockledge Raider there for sure, Coach. Is there a surprise program that could be on the horizon out there?
I don't see it. I mean, Heritage has several kids that are going to score definitely this year in the shorter sprint events.
Right. But for the most part, no.
No, for the most part, it's going to be Coco Rockledge and all your shorter events. Vieira's got a couple. The Gerard brothers.
Right.
Astronauts got the good distance guys. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's good for the county. I mean, in terms of having these schools constantly state contenders, I like that aspect of it. Final thoughts? How many more years are you going to be going at this?
this is next to last. Next year's it. That's
Gotcha.
that's 25 years for me. 15 at Holy Trinity and 10 at Satellite. My son graduates next May, so I'll just focus on Eastern. Um, that's an I enjoy the collegiate level. I don't have to fundraise. I don't have to deal with
Yeah.
the parent issue. I mean,
Yeah, no, I get it. And
parents
it's
are different today, and I know parents are going to be watching this and say, but some parents just they don't want you to hold their kids accountable, and
right.
that's frustrating for me because it's not about today. It's not about a state title in May. It's about what those kids are 20 years down the road, and that's what I want to do. And when I'm refing, I think of the same thing. I want to help kids. I love interacting with kids and teaching them how to be gracious winners and learn from losing. You learn more from losing than you do from winning, and it's frustrating when a parent won't let you hold their kid accountable for their actions or inactions.
I had this very conversation today with a very special 25-year-old woman up in Baltimore who happens to have my last name and be my daughter. Had this same conversation with her today about accountability. And, you're absolutely right. And it's an issue in every sport. And my heart goes out to you coaches that because I don't see it getting better, but that's just the way it is. Coach, on a Saturday night here in Brevard County, I can't thank you enough for spending this kind of time with us here at Brevard Sports Network, and we look forward to getting out to some track meets because we get some pretty good emails from some parents too, wondering when they'll ever see us at a track meet. But now that we've got the coverage figured out and how to do it, I think we can knock it out pretty good this year.
March 1st, Satellite. Reggie Johnson invite.
I'm writing it down right now.
Mark your calendar. March 1st.
All right. I know we'll be at Vieira this coming week. They're dedicating their track or scoreboard or something like that. We'll be there at 2:30 for that. And I think we'll stick around for some of the events. But, Coach, thank you so much.
Thanks, Alan.
Coach Doug Butler of the Satellite Scorpions. Another track season getting ready to get underway, and stay tuned here to Brevard Sports Network for all of the updates. For Doug Butler, I'm Alan Slaughter-Zinski for the Brevard